Kilo 4, X-ray Mike November, Chris, Bristol, Tennessee, check me in and out, Adam.
And 84, WM.
N4NT, please check in, KL1ZA, Bristol, Tennessee.
N4NT, please check in Kilo Oscar 4 Echo Victor Hotel. This is Chad in Boones Creek, Tennessee.
Net control. Please check in Kilo Oscar 4 Golf Quebec, Quebec, David, Bristol, Tennessee.
Net control, please check in and out. Whiskey 4 Delta Whiskey November, Nick and Joe Howie. Got a little bit of things going on at home, but everybody have a good evening. 73.
Let me see if I've got it. Net control, please check in Kilo Echo 4, Whiskey Mike Lima, KE4WML Bradley, Bristol, Virginia.
N4NT, please check in Kilo 1 Whiskey Victor Alpha, Dave, Clarksburg, West Virginia.
Net control, please check in KF4FHY Kevin, Bristol, Virginia, in and out, please.
That would probably be me. And let me see if I can figure out. Apparently, I think there's some maybe going out over the air. But anyway, this is Wayne, WA4JCF, Bristol, Tennessee.
Net control, please check in KD4 CCO, Dallas, Bristol.
Net control, please check in November 4, X-ray Romeo Delta, Ruffin, Chilhowie, Virginia. Hello, Adam.
around or not, but it wasn't showing on the Wires X dashboard that I was, so I switched back over to my 400, so I may sound a little different, that's why. Okay, so before we go through the list, so tonight we just started at the regular time and started taking check-ins and sort of went back to what was called the traditional format, what I was used to back in the day. So I've had a little difficulty trying to think of a topic for tonight, so I thought about it, and I said, well, what we ought to do is just have us a good old-fashioned net and just everybody open mic night, comment about what you want to. Of course, we all allow that. It's going to be what we'll do tonight. We'll still do the passing from one to the other, so what I'll do in a moment is some check-ins. I'll read the call signs and the names. Have anything to write with. You can hopefully remember the name at least if you can't remember the call sign, and I'll just say, hey, I'm passing it to Bill or whoever, you know. So anyway, I'll reset and read. I'm 4ND, and I'll be passing it to Ken, KD4 BMX. Ken, you'll pass it to Jim, KL1ZA. Jim, you'll pass it to KO4 EVH, that's Chad. Chad, you'll pass it to David, KO4 GQQ. And then David, you'll pass it to Bradley, KE4 WML. Bradley, you'll pass it to Dave, K1WEA. And Dave, you'll pass it to Wayne, WA4JCF. Wayne, you'll pass it to Dallas, KD4CCO. And Dallas, you'll pass it to our current tail gunner, which is Ralph, N4XRD. Let me reset. Okay, as far as Chris says, put another quarter in. Well, as far as my general comments of the day, I got out in the yard. I was off today and off yesterday as well. Today I got out in the yard and got most of my leaves up. I've got two really big trees, which are awesome trees. When it comes to the leaves, I still got to get leaves out of my gutters and out of my basement stairway. But I got the big mass of them. I probably have about a 40-foot wide row of leaves in front of my house. There's a city sidewalk that runs in front of my house, and I have a retaining wall. So I just dump it on the sidewalk, and the city comes along and kind of vacuums them up. And I've got a bagger for my riding lawnmower, and I just go ahead and go around the yard and make laps and fill the bags up and dump them. And that seems to work good. Mulches them up a little bit too, but so they pack in those bags really good, and make one slip and get the big mass of them, and then they make up a bunch of laps and get all the little leftovers, and it's really kind of an efficient thing. So I take my leaf blower and actually blow them off the line from the house, and then I can just run over and pick them up. So that's been my day today. I'm supposed to go back to work tomorrow and reassign. I'm leaving the patrol division, and I'm going to what they call support services, which is a plethora of different activities. My primary assignments are going to be, I'm going to be assigned to downtown Bristol, walking patrol on State Street, and I can still get in my car and get warm and ride around, and I've got this little Segway-looking thing I can ride around if I want to, but I'm going to do quite a bit of walking just for my health. And then another assignment that I have is running traffic enforcement, and then occasionally working as a court liaison. Let me put another quarter in. I'm probably not going to have to do the court thing very much because the other fellow that's going down there with me was writing tickets, and I'm the polar opposite. In fact, he used to work down there. He would go and mark the tires and all that, and I would go back and write all the parking tickets. So he would probably, when it's his turn to run traffic, say, "Well, I'll work your court stuff, and you go run." for about 10 years, and been a first responder altogether for almost 30 years, about 27 to be exact, and the old plan always 31. Well, I still think it's different. I don't want to. It's the most dangerous thing we do, but it's just different. But that's how I got Wednesday off. I report to the new assignment Thursday and work that Thursday and Friday. It's all on me, and then I will work occasionally in the evening, and that could be on a Tuesday night, which is midnight. And, kind of step in some, and anybody else that can, we would greatly appreciate the assistance. I don't want to see the net fall to the wayside just because I miss it occasionally. So and you'll be able to check in. I can take an HT down there with me, or I've got a mobile in my car. It's one of those jobs that I may be busy time, but most of the time that time of night I probably won't be. So anyway, that's my long-winded diatribe there. Just thought I would throw that in. I do need to remind everybody of the Kids Connection Net on Saturday night. Right here in this room, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, we have net controllers lined up for the next 2 weeks. So that net is held based on availability of net controllers. So we're good for the next 2 weeks. If you have a kiddo that you can get your third party, or any licensed handle, so anyway, that's what I've got. I'm going to pass it on to Ken before I time out. 84 WMX, you're up next.
Well, thank you, Adam. And for NT, this is KE4 WMX in quiet low die. It is quiet. Scanner's not quiet, but so it's not quiet somewhere. But not much report here. Well, you lost your love on that, buddy. And this is KD4 WMX, and not much report, so I'll just have the pleasure of turning over L1CA. Jim K, bud.
KD4WMX, KL1ZA, thank you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Well, I've got a lot of things on my mind lately. I need to replace this mobile that I'm in with something a little bit bigger, a little more powerful, and I put a better radio setup in it. It's nothing like nobody's holding a gun to my head. It's more of a want type of thing than anything else. Something just a little bit bigger, because I do communications now for car rally events. I go out into the woods and stuff. So I'm looking for something that does a little bit better job than this 13-year-old Chevy Aveo, which has done a good job for me, but it's time to move on to a different car where I can put a better radio platform in it, maybe put some HF in it or something. I just don't have much room in this car. Let me go ahead and put a quarter in. But anyway, compared to a lot of people, that's a minor issue, just something you just keep shopping around, and it's fun to look. I'm just afraid to sign on the dotted line. But anyway, with that, I'm going to turn it over to Chad, KO4EVH. Chad, go ahead and take it away. This is KL1CA.
KL1ZA. This is KL4EVH. Thank you very much, Jim. Yeah, I'm not going to be too long, too, but after I'm going to send my condolences to Bradley as well, and after that net, I thought maybe we could use a little brevity, and I'm going to put my little proud Papa hat on. Came out to my little ham shack today. My little buddy, my 3-year-old son, was already out here. Actually, I think I went in to get something and came back out because we were both out here. And this, I'm going to play a little recording of what I heard him say. Let me put a quarter in quick. Okay, so I'm going to play a little recording at the beginning there. He's telling me to shh, because that's what I do when I'm on the radio to him. So you'll hear him. He's 3 years old, mind you, and I never taught him any of this. And he went on and did some other stuff. It was pretty funny, but I hope that came through. But it was funny and made me real proud. I never even taught him my call sign. He just heard it from me saying it 1,000 times, I guess. So that was pretty fun. Another quarter. Again, it's so easy to get down these days with all the news and everything happening. So I was hoping maybe that would make a few people smile. A little 3-year-old calling CQ. Luckily, the radio wasn't on, so we're all good there. But this is KO4EVH. I'm going to pass it on to KO4GQQ. David. Again, I hope everybody heard that. It's pretty fun to hear. So I played it about 1,000 times already for myself in the last hour. So passing it on to David. This is KO4EVH.
KO4EVH, KO4GQQ. Yeah, great. That was, wait, why did I say that? You're in gray. I'm looking up here and I'm like, sorry, Chad. Wow. Anyway, yeah, that came through, and that's, actually no exaggeration. That's significantly amazing that, just hearing it so many times, the kiddo already memorized the call and was playing radio when you weren't watching and caught him. That's just super awesome. I don't remember. I could have swore. I don't think Adam did a topic today. So I don't know what we're doing other than, I guess, just basic comments. I'm halfway through putting radios down in my vertical. I've got 16 of the 32 that I have planned. I mean, I guess I've got hardware for 8 more, but I don't know. I'm running out of wire. I think I'll save the last 200 feet of wire for some other antenna project. So that should be enough. Bradley, I haven't talked to you in a bit, and I literally caught the very end of the net walking around the house. I was busy with stuff, so I was on short time. And quick reset. So honestly, I didn't catch what happened other than you lost someone, and I could have swore it kind of sounded like you might have been talking about your significant other, XYL or something along that lines. If that's true, I can't even wrap my brain around what you're going through other than I'm very sorry. Obviously, condolences, and I'll catch up with you and we'll chit-chat about it when we get a chance. It's been a cruddy regarding that kind of stuff. It's always been a bad year and some odd for me. Well, the previous year and some odd, 2018 into 2019, we lost all the men on both sides of our family, or my family. Let's see, what's looking up besides my antenna projects. Cold. Everyone be aware of. We're hitting super cold tonight. I guess that's probably been mentioned. Oh, and Adam, I am by the way, legitimately, well, by the way, congratulations on I guess it's an upgrade, technically. It's a sideways upgrade. And, safer, whatever, maybe not. But this Segway thing, I'm going to chase you around taking pictures and videos of you running around on that. That sounds just so fun. That I'm actually a little more excited about it than I should be. So, let's see. Whose turn is it? Let's see. KO4GQQ. I guess Nick is out, so we're handing it over. Well, I'm handing it to you, Bradley. How about that? KE4WML. Over to you.
And KO4, OQQKE4WML. Thank you, David, and everybody else on the net. Chris calling net control. Thanks for calling it. For those of you that don't know, and I'm sorry if I'm running this in the ground, but she was so important to me. And for those of you who don't know, my wife passed away suddenly Thursday a week ago. And it was very traumatic in the very beginning at the discovery of the situation, and then the grieving is still pretty bad. And I've just been having a really hard time with it. We were very close. We were very much in love with each other. And we had a great life together. And at the blink of an eye, she's gone. And I'm trying my best. I went back to work for the first time today, and that helped while I was there. But coming home to an empty house, when I was used to coming home to her hugs, or when I come through the door and asking how my day went, things like that, it's just really devastating to come home to an empty house. But anyway, that's just part of life. That's what everybody has to deal with at some point. That's all I have. I still want to say thanks to everybody that's offered their condolences and said that they, whatever I need, for just ask. People's very supportive in this town when it comes to amateur radio, and I'm very thankful for that. And I've totally forgotten who I was supposed to send it to. I'm sorry, Chris. Chris, could you summons the next operator, and I'll let you have it back. N4NT KE4WML73.
Yeah, no problem, and I forgot to mention in my comments, I apologize. I know that we talked before, but my condolences in as well. Up next was K1WVA.
Okay, Adam. Thanks a lot. I'd like to extend my condolences to Brad. And this is K1WVA, located in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Had some snow flurries today, off and on. Didn't amount to anything. Right now it's down to 35 degrees here in Clarksburg. It's not much, but that's all I've got for the net. So with that, this is K1WVA, and I'm turning it over to WA4JCF, and let's see, the name is Wayne. Wayne, take it away.
Okay, this is Wayne, WA4JCF. I'm trying to narrow down the source of this hum, and I've been turning equipment off, and so it looks like it seems to be in the computer that's right next to me. And let's see what happens if I power down the speakers. Oh, okay, that seems to have gotten rid of it, so I'll just turn off the little speakers that go with the computer. Anyway, Brad, you sound kind of young, and I've been single all my life, but you've had something I've never had. But I can't even imagine the grief you're going through, but I'm certainly, I wish I knew what to say to you that could help you deal with it, but it's just probably a little over me to figure out the best thing to say to you. But anyway, I'm sorry for your grief and your problems, and I know that you had the courage to set up a relationship and enjoy that life, which the fact you had the courage to do that was just amazing. And now I can't imagine the horror you're going through now. But anyway, please, peace be with you, and I hope you feel better. Let's see. Yeah, I've been trying to take on little electronic projects around here, and I have this new a 4K monitor on my computer, my display, and that's been having fun with that. And comparing the different technologies of TVs and stuff here. But I think that's about it. I don't want to bore everybody with my slow lifestyle. So I did manage to write this down, so I will try to get it right. And so Dallas, over to you. KD4 CCO, this is WA4 JCF.
Good evening, everybody on the net. Yeah, I just watching the thermometer drop like a rock. And we're down to 36 degrees over here on North Bristol. So it's going to be a cold one tonight. I think they're predicting around 25 degrees. So we'll see if that holds true or not. My condolences to Bradley. I can't imagine what it's like to lose a wife. We'll have you in our prayers and thoughts for the time being. I was thinking about something that we could do on this net, and there's another net that I listen to that does it, and it's kind of interesting. War stories. Anybody that was in the military, I know will have some war stories. And whether you actually fought in a war or whether it's just something that happened along the line. So that's something that we might want to consider for the veterans. And if you're not a veteran, bring up some ham radio stories. They're just about as interesting, maybe more so. So that's something to be considered. So with that, I'll turn it over to Ralph, M4XRD, for your turn. This is KD4 CCO.
This is Alex Bradley also. My first a few days back. Job. And,
I'd like to check in on that.
Kilowatt Alpha 8 Yankee Echo Zulu.
All right, we picked up K8YZ. Any other station? Okay, and we'll go back to Matt for some comments. We're just in general. General. I didn't hear the return home.
Understand that, and thanks for getting that started. Let's get it. Can't wait till she can here in a couple weeks. So, North Bradley don't know if I'm just a little bit of a religious guy, but I say morning on the way to work for you and your family. And let us know.
Actually, we got down. FCS4 RM in Scott Depot, Westwood. Okay, contact me. For plugging the on that one every once in a while, and even put it on YouTube. Thanks, Tom, for checking in. So that brings us to the bottom of the list once again. Is there any? I can't believe Tom.
KO4 EVH recheck. Yeah, I just wanted to say to KAHYEZ, my little guy Caleb, thanks for those comments, and he thinks Lydia is his friend that lives in the radio, so he remembers her somehow. I don't know how. Those those kids, they got the memory. So tell Lydia that Caleb says hello, and I'm sure he'll try to talk to her again sometime. We tried to make it last Saturday, but he was at his grandma's. So thank you very much. It's KO4 EVH.
Okay, just a couple quick reminders for the local folks. Group and along. There's also the Friends of Amateur Radio. Multiple nights and